Can you tell me right now, off the top of your head, what you're actually spending on your top 3 vendors? Not a rough number, not a guess that a contract is worth a specific number, but an actual figure. How many assets are they providing, and how much is each contract worth when combined? Most IT teams I've asked can't answer these questions, not because they don't care, but because the data is scattered across multiple locations and nobody's owning it. Hi, Matt Beran, product specialist at InvGate. Before we get into it, grab a free trial of our software at try.invgate.com, and there's a link in the description. Here's what vendor data actually looks like in most environments I've seen. Your asset records have a supplier field. Your contracts have a provider field, and finance has a completely separate system or spreadsheet that's updated quarterly or annually. Somewhere in all of that, you've got Dell in all lowercase letters, Dell in all uppercase letters, and Dell with 3 L's living as 3 separate entities because nobody told the system that they're actually the same company. When procurement wants to know your total exposure from Dell, you're pulling from multiple sources, deduplicating by hand, and really putting an army of BAs to work to try to get it to figure out. You're really trying to hope that the numbers come close too, because you don't want anyone to ask follow-up questions. IT needs a system that's built to connect all of this. InvGate Asset Management now has a dedicated vendor module within its procurement section of the software. And that is the key word, that it's a module. It is not a field, it's not a tag, it's an actual record with its own profile, its own legal name, tax ID, contact information, attachments, notes, tags, and you can classify suppliers by tier, region, product category, or whatever your procurement practice needs. And every asset and every contract connects directly back to the vendor that it came from. Vendor becomes a first-class entity in your asset management data and your CMDB. It's no longer just a note on someone else's record. Now, the vendor overview screen is where everything gets real. You get a dashboard for each vendor that combines related assets, asset expenses, related contracts, and contract expenses. When you pull up a supplier, you're not guessing, you're seeing the full relationship. Hardware spending, support agreements, all of it in one place. Now your procurement team can see which vendor relationships are trending up before renewal season. Finance can reconcile what's in the IT budget against what you're actually managing. That conversation is a lot easier when you're both looking at the same data. Vendors can also have a lifecycle of their own. They can be created, they can be edited, updated, activated, and deactivated. And those are all events that you can build automation on top of. Procurement notifications, audit logging, and a lot more. If you're running a procure-to-pay system or an ERP alongside your asset management system, the API supports full vendor management and replaces your old supplier endpoints. Your external systems can stay in sync without someone updating them manually. Bidirectional API is a dream. If you've been managing vendor relationships off of a supplier field in a finance spreadsheet or an IT spreadsheet that you update once a year, this is the fix. Spending becomes visible, vendor risk becomes something that you can actually track, and the next time that someone asks you what your vendor landscape looks like, you can pull it up within seconds. And don't forget, you can always grab a free trial of our software at try.invgate.com, and a link is in the description. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you again soon.